The Premier has duly apologized and has asked the MEC for education, a local as Lekker. He's a local chap here. And I think his contribution and work with Sasol, both complementary and contradictory over time, has resulted in some of the things that we see. MEC, welcome.
Thank you very much, Deputy Minister, MEC responsible for education, the Executive Mayor from the Fezile Dabi District, the Speaker from the local municipality, DG and other officials from government, the leadership from Sasol and other stakeholders, Department of SAPS, and the beautiful children who are VIPs today. I've just consulted with the DG because after the performance that has been here, I don't want to bore children with this speech. But it's a very informative speech, so I'm going to request Sasol to do something to avail it in your desk in these coming few days. So I'm just going to bless the occasion. The Premier will have loved to say some things. I'm going to say them here, talk to the speech, but I'm not going to read everything he instructed me to do. I will apologize later when I arrive at him. The Premier will have wanted to tell the people who are coming outside the Free State province that we usually don't say you are warmly welcomed because our province is the coldest. So we heartily welcomed you. So the pilots are on this way real amwe kaofela lona ba tswang kantle. Definitely the Premier will have said to the VVIPs, the children, that it is important to invest your time on innovation and technology, but in a very ethical and responsible way. I was just conversing with the DG there that at times it is nice to be involved in science and try to find as many innovative ways on how we can navigate the life as it has been portrayed by one of the speakers earlier on. But at times it's dangerous. And I was saying to DG here, DM and MEC, you know you innovate a vaccine. After you have discovered it, you must now test it. So there has to be a pandemic. You innovate a weapon, there has to be a war. So we need to be very much responsible when we are involved in science innovation. So I'm hopeful that the learners, the VVIP, are going to do what the Premier said. The Premier said we must be involved in the science innovation in a very ethical and responsible way. The Premier will have said to all of you here that Free State government is behind the initiative that has been taken by Sasol. Actually, I think we are the most leading province in investing in science, engineering, and technology. So I think 2 weeks ago, I was fighting with my children at home. They were starting to introduce this A and I. I said, aye, they've written wrong. It's STEM. They said, Dad, no, there's A and I now. So I never understand. I said, so what A stands for? They said, Dad, man, just make a guess. And I never thought about arts. I don't want to lie. I wanted something related to science. So I said, oh, maybe it's that part of the AI. So I said, oh, it's artificial. And even that I said. So we learn, as the Premier said, we must not stop learning also as adults so that we are able to support our children. So the initiative taken by Sasol to have this kind of a MEC expo, to have this kind of a science expo in this area, it will really help many of us to do these things. So you are really welcomed in the Free State. We hope that in these coming days, all the children and educators will enjoy these expo science so that we are able to invest in our communities in a very responsible and ethical manner. The Premier will have said in closing that time does not wait for any man. So for you young children, spend your time in a very important way, such that you ensure that you are able to utilize time for important things in your life and in your future. Invest in your time things that will make you to become queens and kings of your lives. It is okay for now as children to become slaves in the prisons called education or schools, but it is important to know that in future you will be the kings and queens of your own. Thank you very much.